episode 7. We're on our way to 10, dude.
Yeah, we're almost there.
What the fuck? We would have been at 8 already if it, we hadn't sucked at editing. Or not editing, recording. The basic premise of the podcast.
Getting to 7 is, for us to do something
that many times?
7 times, that's a lot.
That is. It's a lot for us. We usually quit halfway through the first time.
Even though we tripped over a bunch of the stepping stones to get to episode 7.
Yeah, it happened that way. Is there anything interesting happened to you this week?
Well, I started writing down a lot more stuff.
He's got a lot of wife stuff to...
Yeah, I started writing a lot more of the wife stuff down. And it just so happened to be a very eventful week for her. I don't know if I should do them all at once or just throw them in sporadically.
You know what? I will. I'll start with my little thing that I told you earlier about that I didn't want to share yet.
Okay.
And I was having a conversation with a female friend of mine. She called me on Snapchat and she sent me the word plethora. She said, "How do you say that word?" And I said, "Plethora." And you know me. It's one of my favorite words. I use it way too much.
Plethora?
Yeah. Plethora. It's pronounced both ways.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Plethora. I promise. Plethora as well. Yes. It is pronounced. I've heard it pronounced both ways anyways.
Okay.
Whatever.
You say so?
Then she said clitoris.
Clitoris or clitoris?
Clitoris is how I pronounced it first. I said clitoris because I was trying to pronounce it correctly, how a scientist would.
Right. Okay.
But then I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. I taught a woman something about her body that day. She spelled it with a U, and I said, "There's no U in clitoris. There's only I, as in me."
Yeah, that's good.
And I thought about the way she spelled it. I was like, "You spelled it kind of like it's a mid-sized sedan, the all-new Ford clitoris." Like I was dying.
4-wheel drive and 4 lanes wide.
Oh my god, I can't think of the name of the fucking vehicle that was.
The Canyonero?
Canyonero!
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Canyonero.
Yeah, and as soon as that happened, I was talking to her. I was like, this is going on my podcast, right? She's like, what? And she took it as an insult at first. I was like, no, I love you. Thank you. You're giving me material.
Right. No, it's perfect. It's the same shit I tell Nicole all the time.
Right?
It's like, you're writing my jokes for me. I don't even have to...
This is, we're stealing...
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's what most comedians do, right?
Yeah, we just through our life.
They just take normal, everyday shit and make it funny.
Thank you for telling me how comedians work.
Well, I didn't tell you. I said, well, that's what they do, right? Fucking piece of shit. Always got to try and take offense when no offense is intended.
No, still, your sister. She's dead to me.
I didn't know you could be that funny.
What? Dude,
it was very good.
It was. It was
very
Shout
good.
out to Nikki.
Yeah, so, let's see. For some reason, I brought up the Alicia Keys song. I don't even have to say what song it is. Everybody knows what it is because it's played in every single goddamn department store you ever walk in.
You're going to have to tell me what song. I don't know.
They're like, some people want it all, but I don't. Well, nothing at all.
Okay, yeah. Nothing at all. I know that part.
For some reason, that shit was stuck in my head, and I know why, because I worked in department stores in fucking Circuit City and every place I worked, that song was on the goddamn the CD. Every place. And she just went on this rant about how much she hates Alicia Keys because she just sings through her fucking nose. She's so goddamn nasally. I fucking hate it. She said it's like she has little mouths for nostrils. And I think she's married to K-Swiss. I said...
K-Swiss?
There's 2 things wrong with that. I said... First, you said little mouths for nostrils, and now I cannot stop imagining it.
I know, right? Oh, God.
And then you said married to K-Swiss, the shoe company.
Yeah, K-Swiss.
I think she may have meant Swizz Beats.
Yeah, that's Swiss. K-Swiss is definitely a shoe.
So that's a thing. And then
as soon as you said it, I started laughing like I knew.
That same day, it was really cold at night. When it gets below freezing, we close the chicken coop so they can stay warm. And to prevent fucking frostbite and all that shit.
He has chickens.
And so she goes out and she goes to try and close the chicken coop, and the door's frozen to the ground. So she just turns around and tries to donkey kick the door.
Mule kick it.
Apparently, a chicken was walking out at the same time she was kicking the door shut, and she slammed a chicken between the door and the coop, and the chicken screamed, which caused my wife to scream, and she walked in the house laughing and also almost crying at the same time she wasn't quite sure if the bird was okay. But she was just laughing at herself for that fucking situation, man. It was,
Oh my god. I can imagine your wife going through that. That's funny.
it is
The chicken screamed. That is a different sentence for me.
right.
That's a new kind of... The chicken screamed. Okay.
That sounds like just
Something that happens
right?
at KFC.
Well, sounds like something that George R.R. Martin would have written in one of his books. He ended the chapter with, and then the chicken screamed.
That was perfect.
Read by Roy Dotrice.
That might have been one of your funny closers.
That was pretty good. Let's see. I started playing UFC 4 again, and it's my least favorite one out of the UFC games.
I never got into them.
I like them because it's just fun to beat the shit out of people.
Right, man.
Just why the Fight Night games were so popular back in the early 2000s.
We're ready to rumble.
Sometimes I like to get her involved in the games, you know. I said, all right, well, I want you to pick a guy that I'm going to fight. And she starts going through the fighters, and she sees Chuck Liddell, right? And Chuck Liddell...
Baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, everybody, a lot of people know who he is. My wife does not. So she just looked at him, and it had Iceman on his shorts. So she was just like, Iceman over here just looks like a buffed up flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, okay.
And he would have murdered you.
And because of that fact, she didn't have me fight him. She's like, you're not going to fight fucking Flea. That's stupid.
Well, you got saved.
Yeah, and then if you guys go look at my my TikTok, I had her create her own character, and I put that shit on there, and it was pretty fucking fun.
And you were listening to the song faster.
I wasn't listening. That's the soundtrack in the game.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't listening to the song. It was the soundtrack.
See, I thought you were listening to it in the background.
No,
Yeah.
that's the soundtrack on there is pretty good.
I mean,
there's
if
a
Dax
couple-
is on there.
Well, there's a couple Tech Nine songs on there too.
Yeah.
At least one.
Tech Nine has been, ever since Alpha Dog, he got on a lot of different soundtracks.
Yeah,
and
because
shit.
everybody was finally like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
That guy's really good. And we're
Yeah,
all
no,
like,
he's been
rapping for 20 years.
Right.
Hey, we knew of him since Angelic.
Angelic, yeah. Then he didn't release an album for what, 10 or 11 years or something? 7 years.
All he did was mixtapes.
Everybody was waiting for. So, goddamn, Tech Nine is the George R.R. Martin of the rap industry. That dude can't write a book in under 11 years. Like shit.
Yeah, but then he just dropped album after album after album.
Yeah, then it was unstoppable because it was Ever Ready and
All 6s and 7s. Oh my god, that was a
was it King in
blazing
Black
album.
or
King of
Darkness?
King of
or
Darkness, yeah.
something. And then
KOG.
just album after album after album after album, and
Oh, I'm so glad that the heartburn I had this morning went away. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my god. I went to CVS and got a bunch of Tums. So the lady in front of me was just sitting there, and you could tell she had earbuds in. And it sounded like she was singing to a song, but after a while, she kept getting a little louder, and she was just grooving. I mean, like, she was shaking her ass, and like...
nice.
And she turned around, and she was like 70 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, but the ass was like 25.
Well, good for her.
Yeah,
you know?
good for her.
Good
what
for
kind
her.
of calisthenics is that?
Probably just squats, to be honest. Squats will do a lot for you.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit. When she turned around and she said, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know anybody was behind me. I was like, oh, that's okay. Like, that whole pause was there. She knew in that pause, he was staring at my ass.
Well, and she also knew someone was behind her.
Yeah, she totally did. She was like, she knew what she was doing. She had that trick down.
Shake your Laffy Taffy, as the kids used to say.
Shake that laugh tougher.
Yeah.
Oh my god, damn it, now that song's going to be stuck in our head, and it's going to be stuck in plenty of other people's heads for quite a while now.
So I just want to, going back to my notes here, I just wanted to say 2 words that I have written down. And I do remember the story, but I just want to say the words now that I wrote down to remind me of the story. Pube tinsel. I'll say that again. Pube tinsel. Yeah, okay, so Nicole's friend was over. And
I thought at first you said utensil.
No, pube tinsel.
It's like,
Tinsel.
just like a comb?
Wow, that's a good name for some kind of pube comb. If people instead of making it seem like you should shave your pubes, grow it out and style it with our
Manscaped, hit us up.
our new pube tinsel. But Nicole's friend was over, and I was looking at her hair, and it looked like she had solid silver streaks in her hair, and I thought, like, oh shit, she's going gray. And then she brought it up. No, this is tinsel. It's hair tinsel. And then I said,
What?
you know, it'd be really funny if you put that shit in your pubes and then didn't tell your husband about it.
Oh my God.
So that way when you start to get hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden just pube tinsel right in the face.
What the fuck?
Dress up your pubes,
You got to put an angel on the top.
Well, it's like how they it's like how they were selling the beard ornaments for Christmas.
Oh my
pube
God.
tinsel.
I did not know they had beard ornaments, but that makes sense.
Oh yeah, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah. So how come you haven't had one in yet?
Because they're fucking stupid.
You have the perfect beard for it, though.
Yeah, but I don't do.
I like how my brother-in-law said we look like two homeless people on the cover of our podcast album. I was like, why? He's like, you're both just hairy and unkempt. Oh,
Hey, that picture was after I had a haircut and my beard was shaped up. Fuck that guy.
Like, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you very
Joe.
much.
I mean, but still fuck you.
That's family for you. Wait, I thought that girl had a girlfriend, not a boyfriend, a husband.
No, that was a different story
It
from
was
a different
story.
day.
Okay, that story, I was dying.
Okay, this was it's probably the best Wednesday I've had in a long time.
It's hard to have a good Wednesday.
Yeah, it's hard to have a good Wednesday. But I had just gotten home from work. Nicole said that her friend was coming over. Yeah, she usually comes over for coffee and they, gossip about shit and whatever. Well, this particular friend of hers is a lesbian and she always comes over and she's talking about a new chick that she's seeing or whatever. Or I'm in the bedroom changing out of my work clothes and let me see if I can find the conversation. There we go. I heard the lesbian friend say in a playfully excited tone, "What a dick," followed by, "Oh, I slipped it in." Which was her just explaining that she snuck in like a sneaky text, to which my wife responded, "Well, did she give it to you?" And at that point, I ran in the kitchen immediately.
I could see him sliding in his socks.
Right, like at that point, I was getting changed, and then I heard these, and I stopped mid change. And had to listen to the rest of it, so I hurry up and run into the kitchen to make my jokes about that conversation, and was completely cut off by my wife, and asked if I wanted to go on a double date with some lesbians, and I was like, "Yeah, of course." She said, "Cool, we were thinking El Salto."
Tacos.
So I got invited to eat tacos with lesbians,
That is the best
and I
way to say
couldn't
it.
be happier.
And I couldn't be happy.
The second she said, "We're thinking El Salto," my eyes got real wide, and my wife looked at me, and I just saw her face go from, What do you
think?"
And then, don't make taco jokes. It's like, it's too late. I'm gonna. The whole time we're out at dinner, I'm making taco
She
jokes.
has learned you so well.
She just looked right at me and it had that quizzical and then immediate, "Oh, fuck you."
Like I hear the conversation in the kitchen, and I could tell what Brad's thinking in his room.
Yep.
And Nicole sees him, and it takes 2 seconds, and she's broken it down.
I can only imagine what the audio that was coming from my direction as I scrambled to get my pants on to run into the kitchen and shit, God, hopping in my fucking pants, one leg hopping to the kitchen.
Oh my God.
It was a good time.
Oh man. So this week on YouTube, everybody has been fat shaming 50 Cent. Have you seen that?
He didn't look fat to me. He looked fucking diesel. It looked
Yeah,
like he packed on 70 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, which is what Dr. Dre did back in the day, remember?
Right.
But how come women are fat shaming 50 Cent, but we're supposed to be, loving everybody's body?
Oh yeah, because everyone has their own double standards. Humans are naturally gonna judge people based on what they look, and that's just what we do.
Yeah, I mean,
is just
we all instinctively judge someone the moment they walk up to us like that. There's an instinctive judgment that comes to your mind.
Right, which is why we even have a stigma of first impressions are important.
Yeah.
But it's fucking stupid. Women will never change when it comes to that stuff. You can't make fun of them, but they can make fun of you. You can't fat shame them, but they can.
Yeah, there's a bunch of memes about how 50 Cent looks like chubby and shit, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? The dude is built.
And aren't you the same chick that got a dude canceled a month ago for making fun of your eyebrows, but on your Tinder profile it says no one under 6 foot?
Yeah, yep. Facts.
Nobody can fat shame or make fun of your fucking.
I don't know why men have to have a job, a car, a place, this, that, and the other, and you're living off of your child support.
Well, and not even just that. Like, there's women out there who just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And they want to. I just watched it. It's funny you brought it up because I watched a video yesterday where this guy asked, "What does a man need to get with you?" And she said he needs to provide for me. He needs to buy me stuff. He needs to take me out and do shit for me. And he's like, "Okay, well, what do you bring to the table?"
Yeah.
She said, "Well, my looks."
And sex.
And I can cook, kinda.
I can cook, kinda. If a woman says she can cook, kinda, she cannot cook.
He just went on and on about how she's a stupid way to look at it. Like, so
It's
men are only
selfish,
judged by what they can provide.
Yep, we've been that way. It's been that way for decades.
If you can't provide them with, and this is not a broad spectrum of all women, this is just certain women that are out there, and women like that are pieces of fucking shit who only think men are worth the size of their wallet. And they fucking
I can't stand that. And I do a lot of online dating, and that's all it is anymore. Is just women who. Like, you know how many times I've met a woman online that's living off of 2 different child supports with her mom at her mom's house, has no car, doesn't drive, and will tell me that I need to take her out to dinner, I need to do this, that, and the other, and I'm like, why? Why would I do that? What benefit is there to that, to me?
Whoever initiates the date, whoever says, hey,
do you want to go out?
Is the one that should pay for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if she's a, hey, do you want to take me out? That's her asking you out on a date. She should pay for that shit.
I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah. And guess who said that? 50 Cent. On an interview on one of the Jimmys, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, whatever the fuck. He was. They asked him, what
Russell's or Jimmy's?
Who should pay for the date? And he said whoever initiated the date.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
Right.
And speaking of YouTube, Mr. Beast is starting to swing his YouTube dick money.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dude, like
when did he stop doing that?
He's never stopped. I'm just saying, he's starting to do it like real big time now. I saw an interview, and my son is obsessed with him. And if I was him, I'd swing my YouTube dick money too.
I love Mr. Beast. I think the dude is.
He's a great guy. He spends $4 million a month on his videos, and he makes $4 million a month. But where the swinging his dick money comes in is that, yes, he's probably more broke than most YouTubers, but that's because he puts it all back in his business.
Right.
But that's because he's brave enough and has the balls to risk it again and again and again every month and always make it back. And the cockiness comes from, or the confidence comes from, where he's like, yeah, well, as long as you know what you're doing, you're not going to fall off, so it's no big risk.
Well, and that's the thing. He doesn't even use all of the videos he records. A lot of the shit, he spends $3 and $4 million a month and makes a half a dozen videos and only uses 2.
Yeah,
and then makes all that money back.
Yeah, and one of them doesn't even go viral.
Right. And I've sat and watched Mr. Beast videos for like hours, like 1 or 2 hours at a time.
I've never really watched his content, but when I'm with Sean and I see him watching it, they rent out a fucking football field to play hide and seek.
Right,
golf carts.
Dude, he rented out a whole minor town.
What?
And it was like in the middle of a blizzard or some shit. They play hide and seek in a whole town. And whoever won 60 grand or some shit.
That sounds like him. I would love to be one of Mr. Beast's friends.
I just want to be in a video. Like, I don't even have to win. I want to be a grown ass man playing hide and seek in an entire town because that's what I want to do as a fucking kid.
Right. That's what he's doing. It's
just do
making videos that when you were a kid you would be like, fuck yeah.
Right, but the number. Do you realize how many YouTube channels he has?
Yeah, he's got like 6 or 7, doesn't he?
He has just the regular Mr. Beast channel, and then he has like Mr. Beast Games, Mr. Beast Philanthropy.
Oh wow!
Like he had the list goes on. He just has so many YouTube channels.
And I have 2, and neither of them do anything.
And each one has millions of subscribers. And and like I said, it has a lot to do. God, he's such a smart motherfucker. In some of his videos, it's like he'll walk up to. It's like, all right, if you're subscribed to Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast Gaming, I'll give you 20 grand. And they're either subscribed to one or the other. Well, you didn't win it, and now everybody. Oh well, if I end up in a Mr. Beast video, I want to make sure I'm subscribed to all his channels. Yeah. Hey, that shit's fucking. That dude is.
He's got that algorithm, and his dick is just piercing it.
Right.
It's just fucking that algorithm so good.
YouTube is his bitch.
Yeah, definitely. And then another dude we were just talking about, we love the Gen X guy. He is hilarious.
Yeah, where the kid asked his dad
You ever wonder what a Gen X thinks?
Right,
Welcome to Gen X Talks.
And he's always fixing something or taking something apart.
He's always
or
fucking...
cleaning something or staining something.
Or just sitting there smoking a cigar and drinking whiskey.
Just doing man things.
Just a man doing
swinging
man
his
things.
dick around.
Swinging his dick around.
To the guy who wrote us that email, we're gonna be using that joke for a while.
You're just a couple of alpha guys swinging your dicks around.
Swinging our dicks around.
Like, okay, buddy.
But yeah, if you want people who are not afraid to censor themselves, that dude's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He's great. Go follow them on TikTok and YouTube. They're fucking hilarious. Dude, I caught one of his videos on cancel culture.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I love him. Although he does make our generation look 150,000 years old.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
needs to be carbon dated. How the fuck are we in the same generation?
I don't know. To be honest, I think he's probably
at the edge of Gen.
Yeah, he's like 8 to 10 years older than us.
Probably.
It seems.
Yeah.
Unless his kid just stressed him out so much it aged him 10 years.
Which can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can happen. We're parents, we know. But so Brad has come up with a little theory. Well, not a theory. It is a fact, and it has destroyed a certain celebrity for me for life.
Yeah, a lot of people may not know, but Angelina Jolie is Jon Voight's daughter. And ever since I found out that fact, I can't stop seeing Jon Voight's face on her body.
Oh, God!
Yeah, so imagine like the end of Mission Impossible 1 where Tom Cruise is wearing the Jon Voight mask and then he just takes it off, but instead of Tom Cruise, it's Angelina Jolie.
What? There's no mask taken off.
Yeah, she's wearing the... Where's the mask?
Where's the mask?
Why'd you take off your own face?
How did you do that? You took your own face off and there was just your face underneath. What? I don't understand. Oh, God.
And that's how the movie Face Off was made.
They're doing a sequel!
They're not... No, it's not a sequel, it's a reboot.
Yeah,
they're remaking the fucking movie.
Remaking it. But I would have liked a sequel. Especially with them both at their top.
If they don't have someone as insane as Nicolas Cage playing Castor Troy, it's not going to be good. Yeah. Nicolas Cage's overacting and crazy acting is what made that character in that movie.
Carry me home!
Watch your fucking mouth! Like,
yeah, oh my God.
So fucking good. And then it always reminds me of that
movie and Con Air. They're my favorites.
What always reminds me of that Jay-Z line where he says something about taking your face off.
Face
and
off like Castor Troy.
Yeah, it's leave a bad taste in your mouth like castor oil. Castor Troy. You change your face or bullets will change all that for you. That shit is so good.
Yeah. Yep, I remember you saying that line way back in the day.
Yeah, and it still pops up in my head almost any time I think of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. But they did a great job of playing themselves, playing someone else, playing themselves. That's a mind fuck.
Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. I'm a dude dressed as another dude disguised as another dude.
You never go full retard.
Which is funny because that movie would be so goddamn problematic nowadays.
It's problematic as it is.
People applauded him for that.
I know.
For portraying an actor who thought it was okay to physically change his body to act like a black man. Like, they praised him for that role. Mm-hmm. People loved it, and now you'll see cancel culture try and fucking bring it up and get him for that, and everybody's like no. That
one you can't do. No,
you can't. No,
not that one. Not that one.
Seen that movie? It's hilarious. Tom Cruise does a weird dance at the end.
Oh my God, Tom Cruise regenerated his entire career with that movie.
Well,
his perception in public, in pop culture.
If you haven't noticed,
apple bottom jeans with the fur.
Listeners, if you haven't noticed, it's always the little things that make me hate or really like something.
Oh, and not like Tom Cruise.
Again, just like the whole Angelina Jolie and Jon Voight. When I found the information that Tom Cruise's tooth is in the middle of his fucking face so he could be symmetrical, I can't not see that now. He doesn't have the split of his front teeth in the middle of his face. He has a tooth in the center of his mouth that lines up with his nose and like completely separates his face.
I so want to pause the podcast and look up a picture.
It's fucked up, dude.
Pull your phone out. We need to see this.
I'll do it. Tom Cruise.
We're doing this,
Tom Cruise center tooth. Tom Cruise.
All right, everybody, do this with us at home. Google search Tom Cruise center tooth.
I'm just going to do Tom Cruise tooth.
I believe it because Tom Cruise is this vain.
Tom Cruise tooth in the middle of his face. Look at this shit.
The fuck?
His tooth
The
is in the middle
fuck?
of his fucking face.
Holy Christ, that is unnatural.
Right.
I don't even have teeth.
And that's true. Like, that's a real thing, that his tooth is in the middle of his face. But I don't know if he had that out of vanity or...
Go to Tom Cruise Top Gun. Get a picture of him from Top Gun.
From Top Gun.
Because that is before he had his teeth done.
Oh, apparently he didn't smile a lot in this movie. Oh, there's one. There's a picture of Top Gun. Nope, tooth in the center of his fucking face.
How the fuck did he do that?
Yep.
And why would you want your face to be symmetrical like that? And wait a minute, symmetrical, I would think you would want
you would want
gap.
the crack. You would want the separation in the middle, not put the tooth in the middle. But he's a weird motherfucker anyway.
Yeah,
so who the fuck knows?
Fucking him and his Scientology things, and we still don't know where the head mistress of Scientology is. She's been missing for how many years now?
I have no idea.
It's been like a decade,
and
nobody's ever looked for her.
The only information I have on Scientology is what South Park taught me.
This is what they actually believe, written across the bottom of the screen.
Flashing at the bottom of the screen. And then Tom Cruise in the closet and R. Kelly singing to him.
Oh, God, that was so good. And it was catchy. Tom Cruise
come out of the closet. He's like, I'm not in here, though. Tom, it's okay. We know. You can just come out of the closet.
My favorite part is, now I'm in the closet with Tom.
And now I'm in the closet. I pull out my gun.
I pull out my gun. I'm gonna shoot someone.
And then John Travolta shows up and goes in the closet and he's like, "Hey, it's real nice in here."
Oh my God, yeah.
South Park.
Shout out to them.
I haven't watched that shit on the nail, and they will escape cancel culture every fucking time.
Yeah.
Because if you legitimately do not give a fuck,
cancel culture ain't got you.
It's just you'll brush it off.
That's like Eminem. They try to cancel him, and he's like, ha 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 ha.
Constantly, dude. He's
I want to cancel you.
He's way less controversial nowadays than he used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a whole songs dedicated to killing his fucking ex-wife.
Kim, 97, Bonnie and Clyde. There's plenty more. Oh man, I loved his whole Slim Shady album was killing her.
Yeah, pretty much. There's at least one shot at her in each song, I think.
You know what I don't like about people that listen to Eminem is they will tell me constantly that his older stuff is the best. His newer stuff is more complex. He's just an older person, and he's gone through more.
He's grown as an artist.
He's grown as an artist. Do you not understand? Artists change, and not only that, his new shit is way more fucking catchy. It's got a better flow. I personally like Marshall Mathers LP 2 more than 1.
I do like 2 a lot better than 1.
Yeah, and that's gonna get us canceled because a lot of people love. And 1 is a great fucking album, perfect album. But number 2 is wall to wall banger.
I even like when John Connor did the People's Rappers LP and took
all the beats.
Took all the beats and then just fucking he recorded. He was like, I'm recording this shit on my motherfucking birthday.
And that's what kills me is that John Connor signed with fucking Dr. Dre. We were so excited.
And they shelved him.
Shelved his ass.
Shelved him.
Dr. Dre shelved him because he knew fucking John Connor could have blown up and been bigger than all of them.
Dude is such an amazing rapper. One of the best I've heard. And
now that he's back, he's really got nothing.
I hit the microphone. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, he's
an abusive relationship.
He just died off because once he got signed, they shelved him and he couldn't release anything without their fucking permission.
Yeah, he's still got followers and he does like fucking. I've seen it. He does like Periscope lives. They only have like 2,000 people watching, and it's like, oh, you died like DZK. You did the DZK thing. Well, at least he's not doing cat masks.
Not using cat face filters while chain smoking cigarettes
and rapping. Yeah. DZK, we're sorry.
No, you were so good.
You were so good. And then the meth.
That man rapping used to be Andrew Jackson.
Only 1 or 2 people are gonna get that joke.
Autographing asses as cameras are flashing.
Oh my God! He was the king of Maltese. This is your warning. I'm a torch. It scorches when the record spins.
Nope.
Fuck authority. You torture the president. It's surely evident I'm as morbid as war veterans.
You were close. It was impressive that you managed to do most of it. But no, yeah, dude was incredible. And then,
he was amazing.
And then as he wrote one of his songs, he did Too Much Speed, I guess, and just fucked shit.
It was probably that drug song where he did, Aquaman did drugs. I'm in the ocean.
It was called Super Zeros, and that song is one of my favorites.
It's hilarious.
Name's Gambit, bro. Need some blow sticks, bro. It's time for dance, and I took so much X, yo.
It's kind of like Tech Nine's song where he's just like rapping. Except Tech Nine, why did you do that? I mean, I get that you got slower as the song got going on because you were higher and higher, but it just made the song awful sounding.
Well, I mean,
I love the song.
To each his own, I guess.
Oh, he likes that song.
All right, so I've said it on here before.
It's whiskey time.
Yeah, my brother started a whiskey club, and
Dude, they even got labels. He is so super extra.
with the first couple barrels, we got 2-ounce bottles that are like testers for the whiskey, and we're still doing it. I just became impatient and wanted to fucking drink these. I can't have them sitting around anymore. I have 2 bottles, 2-ounce bottles, stage 1 and stage 2.
Oh my god!
Stage 1,
Named him after cancers.
well, I never looked at it like that before, but
Yeah.
several things have stages that aren't
Yeah,
cancer.
I know, but I just you know,
So
like
the way it works, like when you order these whiskey barrels, you know, they have a char inside of them, right? They make a char, and as the more you use it, the more the Charizard wears off. So the taste of the whiskey changes over time. The first stage has, I think there was only one kind of whiskey put in the barrel that was under 100 proof.
Oh god.
And the second one is a little less, but still quite tasty. So I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to do stage 1 or stage 2 first?
Let's do stage 2.
Stage 2. Okay.
We're drinking them out of giant glasses because I'm not an alcoholic.
You don't have to be an alcoholic.
I just don't
to
have
own a
drinks.
whiskey glass.
I don't have anything fancy. Let's put it that way.
Trying to pour in half, give you a little ASMR love right now. About half of a bottle, right?
All right.
All right, cheers. Stage 2. Smells good. It's like sweet.
It does smell sweet. I feel fancy doing this. Actually swigging and... Oh, that's sweet.
It's sweet and it's smooth.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
It has a little smoke behind it.
Definitely.
Doesn't burn the throat, doesn't burn the nostrils or anything.
No, it's really good.
It's good. And that was stage 2. Stage 1 is smoother and has a stronger flavor.
Oh, shit.
So now we're going to do stage 1.
All right.
Back-to-back whiskey shots. To anybody that drinks whiskey, if you drink a good whiskey, it needs to be on the rocks or with water. Fuck that mix shit. That's how you fuck up the taste of a good whiskey.
You mean like people who do it with like Cokes and shit?
Yeah, like,
no.
I mean, if you're drinking a Jack and Coke, that's one
Yeah,
thing.
that's one thing. If you're at like the bar, but if you're drinking whiskey for the taste or, you know, testing like we're doing, then you drink it straight.
Right. Like I said, this one was from the first batch, so it's got a stronger, like,
Yeah, you can
smokier
tell it
flavor.
smells stronger.
But it's also smoother.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's
Holy
fucking
shit.
dangerous, right?
That would get you fucked up.
Right? Straight. No water, no ice. We drink
Oh, my
it
God.
straight, each one, and that shit is smooth as a baby's butt.
Go, Dave. Oh, shit.
But
oh, my
that
God,
shit
that's
is
just good.
delicious, right?
That is really good.
And people
I
think
can't
you're
wait till we get bottles of that.
People think you're crazy when you get like all whiskey snobby and shit because they're like, oh no, whiskey is whiskey, you know, it's
the same.
Nah, dude, like
No.
that shit is incredible.
That's good shit.
I could drink that shit every day. It's fucking.
And you know me, I
phenomenal.
always take a swig of a chaser.
Right, and there's
that's nothing.
no chaser needed, and it's not something that's like overly sweet, like you like a wild turkey single you get at the.
It's definitely got
fucking
like
liquor store.
a complex palate taste.
Right,
It's good.
And again, people think you're more of like a
Yeah, I sound
like
like
a
an asshole
snob. Yeah,
saying that.
you're not because
No.
it's a
Yeah,
real thing.
yeah,
Like
it's a
you're
real
tasting
thing.
it has different flavors. You can taste the char of the barrel. Like it's a different kind.
So
of,
now we're not gonna become a YouTube podcast. We're not gonna become a feet podcast, and we're not becoming a whiskey podcast.
right, we're just an
We're just
everything
everything
podcast. We just do
podcast.
everything.
Except get canceled.
we really we really do because we talk about what
We talk about
video games, current events,
battle rap, wrestling.
Dungeons and Dragons, wrestling.
Speaking
fucking-
of wrestling, dude, fucking they're talking about AEW signing Shane McMahon. Mm-hmm. I heard Tony Khan is actively trying to chase after Shane McMahon.
Yeah, but I think there's from something that I read, and again, apparently the fucking articles I've been reading aren't legitimate.
Yeah, you believe
but there
WCW is coming back.
There may be a no-compete clause.
Yeah, there's always a no-compete clause, 90
in-
days.
in his contract. Sometimes it's not just days, it's set up by miles. So he may not be able to work.
Oh, yeah, because
with
some
the-
people can work in Japan, but they can't work in
Like
the
my
United
company
States.
tries to do that in our
No-compete should
school
be illegal.
contract. They are illegal in the state of Maryland.
Oh, okay.
No-compete clauses are illegal here. But in my contract that I had to sign so I could get free school.
Oh, even that burp was good.
In my contract, I had to sign in order to get the free schooling that they give. It says that if I end up leaving, I'm not allowed to work for another HVAC company within like 30 miles.
Is there even?
But that's also.
Is there even one within 30 miles?
There's several. There's HVAC.
Your company is over there is in Crofton, right?
Kind of, yeah.
By that exit by the bridge.
The 97-3 split. So right there.
Yeah.
You're going to Crofton.
Yeah. Okay.
It's right there.
I just remember always seeing it when I went to go to my ex's.
Right, it's a big blue sign on the side. Yeah. But no, they were slick because we have a base in Virginia as well, so where no compete clauses aren't illegal. So that's why
that's where the company is based.
But then also there's a clause in the contract that says if any of the clauses become null and void, it does not void the entire contract. So I think somebody got them.
Yeah, someone found that loophole and was like, "Nah, I'm not listening to that."
Yeah, because if you fucking quit under contract in my job, you owe them for all the schooling you went to. So it's like 10 grand, and they have fucking powerful attorneys on retainer. You will lose that.
This is one of the reasons him and I have always tried to figure out a way we could be in business together and fucking not have a boss.
I'm tired of making rich people richer with my hard work.
And I'm tired of being disabled enough to not work, but not disabled enough to earn disability.
To earn disability, right? Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
God bless America.
I'm disabled enough where I can't work, but I can't fucking earn money either. Okay, thank you.
How about we take that $1,000 ambulance ride?
You're fucking.
Gotta love this country's healthcare system.
I still owe that. I'm never paying that. You gave me a taxi ride. I'll give you $30, and it ain't even that much in the taxi.
Man, do you ever go to drink something and think you're gonna taste something else, and it fucks your whole brain up? Like I have I came in with a Monster coffee, and then we started drinking beers, and then I looked at my Monster coffee, and then I grabbed my beer and took a drink, and I was expecting the taste of coffee, and it was beer, and it just fucked my whole brain up. For a second.
The way you looked was like it broke you.
I felt like a cat that you put tape on their feet. They don't know what to do.
Oh my god!
They start freaking out.
I remember when I was dating Ashley, and her cat pissed me off, so I put booties on her feet.
They run around there like kicking their feet.
They were mad.
Borderline animal abuse.
Borderline. I did not do anything mean. Like our childhood friend that we not speak of. You know the one I'm talking about. The guy in the picture of the three of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He cut the whiskers off that one cat. You remember?
Yeah.
That was bad.
He had a rough childhood.
He was a rough childhood.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. That's the whole reason. If it wasn't for you and I hanging out, my 18th birthday party was me going to the mall, and it was me and my ex-wife, and we had a fucking van full of people, and I rode up next to Brad, and I'm like, hey, you want to come?
Said, sure, why not? And
haven't been apart since.
Nope. And this was back in the day, really before cell phones were all over the place.
Yeah, he could have just been kidnapped.
My mother thought I was still at the mall in Glen Burnie, and then turns out I was
in Pasadena,
20 minutes away in Pasadena at someone's house.
Spilling grape Faygo on the siding of someone's house that would sit there for years.
It was Red Pop.
Yeah, Red Pop.
Because Red Pop's the worst.
Yeah, we used Red Pop to get over everybody because that's the one nobody drinks.
Right.
Like, if you spill a bottle of Rock and Rye, even to this day, that is sacrilegious.
And that shit dyed your hair red.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well, no, because we fucking dumped soda on
you.
Oh, yeah. And that shit dyed your hair red for like a week afterwards. You wouldn't wash that shit out.
Contrary to popular belief, and Brad backed me up on this, I am not full-blooded ginger. I have blonde hair.
Yeah.
It's a strawberry blonde, especially now that I shaved my hair, but when I had a ponytail, it was blonde.
But man, does he have that hardcore leprechaun beard.
Yeah,
it's just...
It is. It's a leprechaun beard. But I can't grant you any wishes, and I don't have any gold, so fuck off, all right? And don't make any of the dumb jokes.
Well, and then you should have ended it with, "But I am magically delicious."
I am magically delicious.
Well, you can't make the joke now.
Yes, but you're gonna edit it
and make it sound like I made the joke.
You're gonna edit it and make it sound like I made the joke. That way, hey, it's better podcast material.
And by the way, I've never done that. I've never edited anything to make our jokes better.
You know why we don't? It's because being natural and a human and making mistakes where you could have been funnier, it's funnier pointing that out.
Yeah, sometimes I do take out whole sections of jokes.
He has deleted, like last episode, he deleted where he read a parody. He read the parody article thinking WCW was starting.
Yeah, I deleted that whole section out there.
It was like, oh shit!
And it went from me immediately just, oh, have you heard about
Click.
the new WCW video game?
Yeah, that's all right.
I am excited about that game, though. It looks dope.
Would be happy to see it at all. Can you show me? I have not seen anything
Yes,
on it.
I showed it to you last time. We have
You
it
showed
recorded.
me a screenshot. Yeah, you showed me a screenshot.
I'll show you a
yeah,
video
when we were
afterwards.
smoking.
But
man, that whiskey is good, and I don't like feel it or anything, but I do definitely feel like it's good.
right, you're kind of warmer now.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely warmer.
But it's a pleasant warm. It's
Yeah, it's not a drunk.
no, it's like when you drink a cup of hot chocolate after a shovel in
Yeah.
the driveway. You know, it's that nice warm.
Trying to think of the last time I shoveled a driveway.
Or that old Campbell's soup commercial.
Yes,
where
where the snowman melts.
walks in the house
Yes,
and then he melts and
the
it's a
little boy.
kid eating
Yeah.
tomato soup. One of the grossest.
I made it
shit in
sound even worse when I said it's a little boy instead of a kid.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounded to me. It sounded disturbing. I was like, "It's a little boy."
You shouldn't have
Done that. It's just a boy. Mhm.
That's the second Sling Blade reference we've made on this.
Have we? That doesn't surprise us. That was one of our.
Episode 1 or 2, and
Yeah.
you were like, I did the impression.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, callbacks.
It is a callback. With this, how long we've been best friends for 20 years, and we have so many inside jokes and things we've pulled on people and stories that we've told that even your wife hasn't heard them all yet.
Right, and the good thing is we also just repeat the stories to each other after we forget about them.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we have to correct each other.
And we
That's
relive
not
through them.
exactly what happened. You're remembering it wrong.
Yeah.
And we're usually just remembering it whichever way makes us look best.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
It is great, but that's what happens that many years of friendship, especially the kind of friendship that like people try to fucking capture in movies and make us look really weird. Like I hate the way certain movies have best friends act, like Scrubs, for instance. No, did you know any two guys who act like that?
Not that aren't actually sleeping with each other.
Yeah, exactly. And we only slept together that once. Let's just leave that open to interpretation.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on it.
Nah. Just alpha dogs swinging our dicks around.
Just swinging our dicks around. That's a weird segue from the last thing you just said.
That's why I said it that way.
Yeah.
It's
See,
perfect.
sometimes jokes are funnier when you explain it.
Now we're overthinking.
No, see, some of the best jokes are funnier when you explain them. Like if you make a fat joke at your fat friend, and then you go,
Because you're fat.
It's because you're
fat. Yeah, that's
it's
great.
It's funny
Great.
until you do it about 37 times, and they don't find it funny anymore.
Then they're scarred for life.
All right, so what are we talking about now?
I don't remember.
All right, we'll start off with.
Oh, you got some more there in your notes.
I
Good,
gotta-
because I
I gotta-
have fucking jack shit left.
I got a couple more wife things.
His wife is a gold mine.
We were outside smoking a cigarette, and just like most smokers, this happens all the time. My wife stood up with the lighter sitting on her lap,
And it goes flying.
and it bounced and went off the porch. So we're looking for it. It's nighttime, so we're looking for it with the fucking flashlights, and then our dogs decide, hey, what the fuck are you doing? They come over, and they start helping us look for the lighter.
Like they know what they're going to find.
Yeah, like they're just like fucking.
Let me look at the ground.
What are you looking for? I want to look for stuff. Is there something cool over here? But my wife was like, "Oh, look, they're helping us find the lighter. They're the Paw Patrol." I love her so much.
It's better than what I would have done, which would have just been, oh, toodles. Because I make that joke every time I can. Anytime it's applicable. Oh, toodles.
Hot dog, hot dog,
Hot diggity dog. And if you have children, you've
That's how
heard.
you know we're parents.
Yes, that's how you know.
But in that,
That and the Paw Patrol joke.
in that same, immediately after the Paw Patrol joke, she goes into the kitchen to start washing a coffee mug because she drinks coffee
Did you catch that, everybody?
24 hours a day.
It's his accent. Say it again.
Coffee?
No.
Coffee mug?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Wash?
Oh, you.
I said wash. I didn't say wash. I said wash. We can go back on the recording.
Yeah, you kind of did.
So she was washing a coffee mug to take with her for work, like a travel mug, and she just starts cracking up, like busting out laughing at the sink. And I'm just standing there. What the
His
fuck?
eyes
What?
all bug-eyed, like, what is
cracking up
happening?
laughing, and said, while she's washing a coffee cup, she screamed while she's laughing, your mom's a fucking dick, and then said, I need to call this bitch. And it was all over how to clean travel coffee mugs.
Well, apparently your mom does not know how to clean travel.
No, it was Nicole she got a new mug, and it showed like the top mouthpiece could come apart in two separate things to
and it
wash.
never been cleaned there?
And it was brand new. It was just, she was excited and showed my mom. My mom gave her this look and was like, all travel mugs do that, you know. Right? And then Nicole was washing a different one, and it didn't do it. So she wanted to rub it in my mom's face. Like,
that's a great
not all coffee mugs fucking do it.
That's a great daughter-in-law. For your mom, anyways.
Oh, and then there's also this TikTok going around about the lever that in your car that makes the steering wheel go up and down.
Yeah.
That also makes your steering wheel pull out or push in.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
I know.
Most people don't know that, and
it's for your height and distance.
But they make it seem like, it's for people like you who have really short legs and long torsos, so you can get the steering wheel farther away from you.
We'll have to explain that in further detail.
They try and make it. Every video I've seen so far, everyone is, people are amazed that their vehicle does it and that it actually does do it. My work truck doesn't do that shit. It's not all fucking vehicles.
No, it's not.
But that's also just proof that no one reads the manuals for their cars.
No one fucking reads their manuals. Dude, they're fucking sizes of Bibles. They're huge.
Yeah. They might actually.
I have my Nissan right here in this cabinet, and I have never read it.
Well, you probably could fit a Nissan in that cabinet.
It's not a Toyota Yaris. My ex-wife used to smell. She used to smell, but she also used to sell smart cars.
Brad, edit this out. Take 2.
Yeah.
Chris, if you could start with my wife used to sell, that'd be great.
My wife used to sell smart cars.
There we go.
He's never gonna edit that out.
I am not.
That's all right. It sounds better. But no, she used to smell.
You did? That was not on purpose. He legitimately fucked that up again.
That was totally hatch disease.
All right, so she used to sell smart cars. I'll say it for you. By the seashore.
God damn it! This is where you hear one of the sound effects where it just sounds like I left.
Right. God damn, just door slams, and you're still yelling at me from down the hall.
Down the hall. I fucking hate you!
Hey, speaking of that rhyme, that rhyme is about the first woman to discover fossils?
What?
Yeah, she found, I forget, I'm just going to say the only dinosaur name that comes to my head, so it's probably wrong. She found, a plesiosaur skeleton fossiled in the side of the cliff.
That was weird, because that was the dinosaur that popped in my head.
But that's what she used to just sell seashells on the beach. And then she found a
Oh, that's
dinosaur.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. At first I had no idea what the fucking segue was.
Do you ever have a conversation with somebody where you're having 2 different conversations?
Yeah, we can do that.
That would just happen.
Yeah. People would be surprised at the conversation. Speaking of which, you mentioned my weird disproportionate body, and I've got to explain it because people don't understand this.
You know how it looks like, how people wear skinny jeans and still sag their pants? It looks like he's doing this, but he's not. He just has a torso that's 4.5 feet long. It's crazy.
I have Yao Ming's upper body.
Yao Ming's torso with Muggsy Bogues' legs.
It's actually quite perfect.
Yeah.
It is. If you see me sitting in a car, my head will be hitting the ceiling. And I wear a double XL. And every time someone, Brad's bought me shirts before.
He needs it for the length, not the width.
Yeah, I'll need it for the length, not the width. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. The end makes it perfect.
Yeah, that's what made the joke. Thanks for explaining it.
You're welcome. You said it was funnier.
Yeah, and you proved me wrong.
Fuck. We're killing today's podcast.
Yeah. I also got to start editing out where we suck our own dicks. Like that. We're killing it today. God, we're fucking funny.
We're hilarious. Yes.
Oh, man.
What's that sound in the background? Oh, he's not jerking off. He's just patting himself on the back.
And sucking my own dick. See, and that's the problem with that is now that was just as funny as the previous jokes. Now, am I supposed to edit that out? Or?
No. Now we've got to admit to sucking our own dicks. So I guess sooner or later there'll be a TikTok or YouTube video of us looking clearly at the video and just a bunch of jump cuts of going, sorry. Like the BP from South Park.
Gary.
Gary.
Another callback.
All right, and with that, we're going to go take a smoke break.
So, since we decided to announce our smoke break, we're back from the smoke break.
My bad.
And so have you heard, there's an internet joke that started a while ago.
Wait, it's an internet joke. You got to call it a meme.
No, but it wasn't. Okay.
I know, it's just this generation. I hate it.
So everyone knows King of the Hill, right?
Yep, of course.
Well, there's a Hank Trill thing going on where it's somebody mimicking Hank Hill's voice but singing like Trill fucking trap music, and
that's gangster.
It has evolved so much that it now has its own like artist section on Spotify.
Like it's like
right, and
that's
if you type in Hank, the first one is Hank Trill, and then 5 down you get Hank Williams, who's
damn, like that's the first one you would think would be first.
Right, but no, Hank Trill. And it's like...
Way to go, Hank Trill.
Just
internet culture has taken over.
It's basically mumble rap about propane and propane accessories.
That's beautiful.
This is the world we live in now, where...
and I accept it full-heartedly as someone who used to be on fucking 4chan in the 90s.
Layers upon layers upon layers of memes. If you dig far enough into every single meme, you know how in old cartoons, if they dug far enough, they'd get to China? Yeah. If you dig far enough to the bottom of these memes, you'll end up at the beginning, back at the original 4chan and B. Like, that's where...
or bulletin boards on Prodigy and shit. Yeah.
Not even just bulletin, like random shit too. Like back when the original Beanie Babies website came out, people used that forum to just spread whatever the fuck they could. Like, it was meant as a site for people to talk about Beanie Babies, and
we
internet
did that
trolls
to so many things
there.
though.
That's just like the guy who went on Pornhub and put a cake recipe. Like,
or the guy who there's a TikToker who is now trending on Pornhub because he ate a bowl of cereal.
On Pornhub?
On Pornhub, just eats a bowl of cereal.
You know, I bet someone jerks off to that.
I guarantee someone jerks off to that. It's Pornhub. I mean, have you ever played the game Random, where you press a button on 4chan and it just not 4chan on Pornhub, and you start jerking off and you just jerk off to whatever plays, and it plays like 50 seconds of random videos. No. And it goes through. This would be a great game. I'm just making it up on the spot.
So that's not a real thing?
No, it's not a real thing.
Oh, because you said, have you ever played the random game? I know,
but it just popped in my head. This would be a great way to find out what you're made of.
Oh, like the Google I'm feeling lucky button.
Yes. Yeah, for porn, but you have to be jerking off and like in the mood and ready. And as soon as you
have to get yourself worked up first, and then you have to hit. It'll pop up like,
are you feeling lucky?
Are you feeling lucky? And then if you click it, it goes to something. Oh, dude, that'd be great.
Yeah. Fucking Pornhub, hit us up.
Coming soon to the
website. All right.
To the website.
Is a perfect name for it.
Lucky. Dude, just shrugging his shoulders.
And whatever you come to is your new fetish. So. That's on you.
Yeah, and you have to tell people if you play the game. That's
Like it has to be like. This is great. It's genius.
Speaking of that, we could totally fuck with some of the older generations that listen to us. Speaking of,
are there?
You just lost the game.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't picture it in my mind.
That was back in their like early 2000s. There was the game, and the only rules of the game, you lost the game when you thought about it.
Yeah.
So you would be in a room full of people and be like, "You just lost the game," and everyone would be mad at you and start throwing shit at you.
It's just like you are now manually breathing.
Yeah, or your
You're
tongue
welcome, everybody.
doesn't fit comfortably in your mouth.
Or that you can see your nose at all times, but you forget about it.
Your skin and body always feels your clothes, but chooses to ignore it.
Fuck! That one fucked me up. No. God damn it.
Yep.
See, that's what I get for playing the game.
Yep, there you go.
Oh man, see, the internet has devolved, and like you said, it was just, random fucking forums for random things, and you would take over it, and oh my god.
Well, and that's the original use for the internet was so professors could
share
information back and forth, and then some guy was like, you know what? Everyone should do this.
Yeah, I like the guy who sent the very first email. He sent it to himself,
and it was like test.
Yeah,
email test. Electronic mail test.
Yeah, he wrote something like long-winded. It was some kind of quote that he thought would be written in time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it didn't get.
I watched this guy on TikTok who is he's one of those internet personalities that he's obviously older than us, but still gets the haircuts and dresses and acts like he's younger than us.
So he's in his 40s or 50s and has a lineup.
Right, but his whole gimmick for his page is things people talked about in the 90s.
Are you talking about the guy with the beard who looks really weird?
No, he has a weird flock of seagulls, Gary Oldman from Sixth Sense haircut, and it starts out like real shit,
it's
real
things
sense,
not Sixth Sense. Oh wait, no, there's the Sixth Sense movie.
The Fifth Element.
Yeah, Fifth Element.
Yeah, the Fifth Sense.
The Fifth Sense. Smell?
Hey, back to smell. We're back to smell again.
Yes! We're killing it today.
But yeah, his whole thing is real things people talked about in the 90s. And of course, he plays all the characters. He's like, all right, Dad, we need to go to the new movie theater. We need to find directions. And the dad's like, don't worry, son. I have an atlas and a local map in my glove box. We'll be fine. And the kid says, well, they don't have the new updated roads, Dad. We should just MapQuest it. MapQuest? What's MapQuest? Well, you can get directions off the internet. See here, I printed it off on these 18 pages. And it's like, you can get directions off the internet? That's the bomb.com. See, and it's shit like that because people our age are always very nostalgic about the 90s, and then you remember shit like that.
Yeah.
Thebomb.com.
Well, that's funny because Sean and I have a joke constantly.
Talk to the hand, not the face.
People don't know. Sean is my son. And I tell him constantly, shutthefuckup.com. And he's like, why is it a website? And
that's kind of funny.
Yeah, shutthefuckup.com.
Why is it a website? Because I would legitimately pay each month for you to shut the fuck up. Yes.
That was the punchline.
Yeah.
Indeed. And
Speaking of you and Sean, that last TikTok with him was fucking perfect. Yeah.
Look.
Why don't
why is baby daddies always be like, you want to hang, you want to chill?
But they know, why don't you hang out with your kids?
And then the bad music starts playing in the background.
Right. And then you like, hey Sean, you want to hang out?
No, I'm playing a game right now.
I'm playing video games.
Love you.
Okay, love you. And he's just,
and
the
she commented
the whole kid thing. I really too. Doesn't want to say it because they don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah, and the hilarious thing is that she commented back. She was like, "All right, you're a real father. I'll give you respect."
Oh, but you pissed her off. Did you read the context in her thing?
Oh yeah.
Because you were like, "Well, didn't you choose him?"
Yeah.
And well, everyone's different. She was so mad.
Yeah.
She was a little jaded at that. She was mad. She commented.
I'm sorry, honey, but sweetheart, you chose the person you spread your legs open for.
Yep.
And you said, divorce is different for everyone.
Don't put that condom on. It'll be fine.
Yeah. You totally chose not to take the morning after, even though the morning after he emptied the blunt guts from his ashtray.
Do you think that's what that song was about? There's got to be a morning after.
It's about the plan B.
Oh
my God. And you know what? With that, we're going to say...
I think it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, I think with that, we've done an episode where I am proud of today.
Yeah, it's borderline offensive. Some people might get offended. Some people might not.
But that's what we aim for.
Right.
We aim to look like the guys that will offend you, but also you can agree with and are relatable.
Right. Because, jokes is jokes. Yeah, so I also, before we get out of here, I just wanted to point out, you made the TikTok the other day about all our new listeners across the world. Of course, we have the majority of our listeners are in
the United States,
in the U.S., but the day after you made that TikTok, we got a new listener in Australia.
What's up, Australia?
Adelaide
The capital.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's
No, I think it's Adelaide.
Right outside of Melbourne. It's like northwest of Melbourne. Thanks, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, if you're the guy from Australia, hit us up. I'll give you the fucking keyboard.
Yeah,
hit us up.
Yeah, that's you got to pay for shipping though. That's the
yeah, that's gonna be a bitch. That's gonna be like $20. But I will give you the keyboard. You hit us up. Fucking tell us you're from Australia, and if you've got a fucking .au or some kind of proof that says you're from Australia, I'll give you the goddamn keyboard.
Yeah, I want proof. I want you to take a picture of something Australian.
Yeah, show me a goddamn kangaroo, bro.
Well, don't get too close to them. Remember the last episode I talked to? They like to drown people. Like, don't get too close to kangaroo.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I hurt
people.
I'm sorry if I hurt anybody in Australia just now.
Please do not go near kangaroos in water. They want to drown you.
Anyways, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Hey, listen, our Patreon is still live, and we also have thiswillhurtyou.morethanus.com. The website is live, and it is updated every time we drop an episode, and I keep it up to date, so you know it's going to be up to date, because that's, what I do for a living.
And, if you actually, if you people start contacting us more and more, there's more chances of you getting mentioned on the show, or
especially if you send us something funny.
We might throw on if it's funny enough, we might throw you in a live Discord in the middle of the show. Like, who fucking knows? Like, we're always looking for.
Dude, I've been telling people forever, if you guys join our Discord, you could end up having a live clip or getting a shout out at the end of the show, or getting played on the show live.
Once we get enough people in the Discord, we'll start announcing when we're recording, so people will be in the Discord, and we'll make comments on the show. We'll actually just watch the shit live.
When someone says something funny, we'll comment on it and we'll joke with you guys.
Absolutely.
We would love to have our community that way. This is what we're trying to do. We told y'all from the beginning, we're not trying to do this to make money. We just want to entertain people.
We just want to be funny. We want to make jokes. We want to make you guys laugh and bring a little bit more sunshine into this shitty fucking world we live.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah.
As a bipolar person, that really touched me. And stop touching me. I like how you said fuck off as soon as I was like, stop touching me.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
All right.
We love you guys.
Once again, thanks for listening.
We'll see you on episode 8. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, this is going to make the algorithm think I'm looking for sweaty dudes playing volleyball. I mean, they're the only people that... sweaty dudes playing volleyball? It's funny. It's just... You like to see hoes naked. No, don't bother me, man. Don't bother me, man. Doesn't help me, no. One of the grossest. I made it sound even worse when I said it's a little boy instead of a kid. Why? I don't know, to me it sounded disturbing. I was like, it's a little boy. You should have done that. He's just a boy. That's the second Sling Blade reference we've made on this.